Tilsley.
Manchester United's heavyweight title defence continues against a team who just cannot land a punch. In Lilian Laslan and Sylvain Wiltord, Bordeaux have two international forwards who've been prolific in French football, and yet this team has failed to score in its last 5 European games. Midfield player Laurent Batles and the Yugoslav World Cup defender Nisa Saveljic are the only men on view who didn't figure at Old Trafford last week. But Wiltord was dropped for the French Cup win over Metz here at the weekend, and is back only because colleagues are cup-tied in Europe. It's the same Manchester United 11 as lined up against Bordeaux in the first game. So Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham, rested against Liverpool, are silent partners for the 7th game in a row. Dwight Yorke and Oli Solskjaer join Mark Bosnich on the bench. Ironically, Bayern Munich are the only team to have beaten Bordeaux in Europe at Stade des Scours during the last 9 years. Return to France, where Manchester United were beaten for the first time in October by Marseille. Ron, what must they do in order to avoid a repeat of that this evening?
I think they've got to keep solid, have a quick, don't take too many risks early on, and see whether Bordeaux are going to play that risk defensive play they played in the last week's game. If they play like that again, Manchester United will certainly get plenty of opportunities.
It's a return to France on May the 24th that is the Manchester United goal, because Paris is the venue for this year's final. It's now just 7 matches away. So much talent on that bench. So many internationals. Wiltord down towards Laslan, Ziani taking over, and Silvestre had to come in quickly to block the shot from Ziani and concede the corner.
Silvestre's done brilliant there, actually. I get a feeling that Ziani here, if he'd have taken this early, he might have got a shot off. He's taken one step too many, and he might just have got a shot off earlier there.
Afanou is forward from the back, and Afanou it is. Saveljic jumping and testing Raymond van der Houw.
Yeah, they've started bright enough. They've got an impressive home record to defend. Got well up for it, but not the best header.
So Alec Ferguson looking a little concerned in these opening moments. And a little mystified by something. His opposite number, Ali Bope, who seems to have that baseball cap welded to his head. I've never seen him with that one. Tasty in midfield. Keane getting involved, and Keane winning a free kick. Taken too quickly for the referee's liking.
The first reaction there was he given a free kick against Keane for going in a little bit over vigorous, but it's gone United's way.
Batles, whom the Dutch referee penalised, and quickly taken in towards Keane, and it almost ran for him, and the two Bordeaux players collided. Saveljic came across.
It's got them napping.
It's Batles, I think, who's gone down. It is. Oh, he's caught him on the head.
Quick feet, but Keane just placed the ball down and went off on a run, and that's the end product of it. The Bordeaux player injured, possibly in a collision with his own player. He's had a whack at him here, hasn't he? Oh.
Friends like that, who needs enemies?
Good news is he stopped the goal. Everybody's focusing on the ball. Everybody's kept their eye on the ball.
It's just a question of whether he's going to require some stitches or whether they can just patch him up with a bandage.
This is one of those things as well, isn't it, where you need an early decision. It's where you need your medical men on the spot. We saw what happened at Old Trafford on Saturday, you know, when perhaps information didn't quite get relayed through quick enough.
And Liverpool played the last few minutes of the first half with 10 men and conceded a goal to Manchester United. Giggs to Sheringham. This is Afanou. Wiltord is offside. Bordeaux are unbeaten been here since November. There's Diabate, the Ivory Coast international, who was actually left out on Saturday for the French Cup tie against Metz. He was unhappy about that, told his coach so.
I think Keane's looking to try and make some of those searing runs from midfield with Butt just holding, but at the moment there isn't the same amount of space opening. Free kick Silvestre on Laslans. That's an uneven battle. Talking of battle,
he's been in one. Battles has been in one, and now Diabate is stripped off, and there's no way that Battles is going to be able to continue. You may have read the story about the Ivory Coast team who were actually detained on the instructions of their own president after their poor showing at the African Nations Cup, and Diabate was involved in that incident. This is Pavon. Oh, and Van der Haar saw it late and lost it. And Bordeaux has scored a most unlikely goal. Manchester United's goalkeeping problems continue. A catastrophic error by Van der Haar has presented a goal to Michel Pavon. It's the first goal that Bordeaux has scored in Europe since October.
He looks as if he's running out of ideas. All right, he lets it out. It's not a hard shot at all. Oh, that is an absolute what happened next hour. It just shows at any level, you know, I mean, United are undoubtedly a much better side than Bordeaux. But Bordeaux set up right, their attitude was spot on. United sloppy, and they could well be on the receiving end again.
Wiltord's shot, side netting. Van der Haar had that one covered. But the boost to the Bordeaux confidence of that early goal can't be measured.
I can't help feeling, but if this was in the new camp and they were playing Barcelona or something, there'd have been a red shirt flashing out and sort of blocking that shot down, closing it out.
Silvestre robbed by Wiltord. He's played Laslon in. Another individual error in the Manchester United rearguard, this time by Mikel Silvestre. But it's Beckham for Manchester United. Sheringham beat to it by Saveljic, won back by Butt. Sheringham again tackled by Afanou. This is Bonicel, beyond Miku.
See, there's always plenty of red shirts back behind the ball, but I'm not sure they're doing enough about it. Where there's enough marking, that's a clever throw. This
is Cole, looking to get away from Saveljic, who concedes a corner kick. A little change of pace from Andy Cole, trying to change the pace of the Manchester United performance.
Yeah, he can run the gullies, Andy Cole. But Saveljic looks as if he's got a bit of knowledge, bit of know-how, and he looks as if he's holding that back line together better.
Stam and Silvestre forward, along with Roy Keane. In towards Sheringham. Well, it's such a familiar corner to those of us who've watched him play for Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, but so few opponents seem to do anything about it. Here is Pavon. Offside, Laslon. Seems very upset about it. He did seem a long way beyond the last defender, but he's well off.
He's off. Shouldn't have been. He's the one looking on the line. Looks as if he's got himself a needless
he's got himself a yellow card to Lilian Laslon for aiming his disgust at the assistant. It's his second of the competition. Beckham is down injured.
This is going to be interesting if he's left his foot in late.
Oh, and Laslon is going. Lilian Laslon picks up 2 yellow cards in a matter of seconds, and Bordeaux have lost their main striker with less than a quarter of the match play.
Yeah, left his foot in late there by the look of it. It was stupid, really. Only 5 seconds early being booked needlessly.
Well, it was dangerous. He caught Beckham as he got the ball away on the shin. And Laslon for a rather unnecessary gesture at a linesman, and then that late challenge on David Beckham has been sent off. cross in the centre. It's towards Teddy Sheringham, knocked down towards Giggs, but away by Saveljic.
That was much better movement. Beckham dragged players to the ball while Neville went around the back.
Neville's on the ball again. And here's Beckham. That's a good ball for Cole. And for Sheringham. And Keane is onside here. And Manchester United are level. Roy Keane's equaliser. And just a glimpse of what this team are capable of. Snappy passing, a good run by Keane. Just a suggestion Sheringham was offside there. Probably was.
He is off.
Keane
Come back into play. Keane's not off, but Sheringham was offside, yeah. And there the look. You know, if it's United, it's United. I mean, it wasn't the best finish of Roy Keane's. Well, the first shot wasn't the best, but fortunately he got the rebound.
Neville with a throw. Sheringham, completely free, headed back to Cole, and now Sheringham looking for Giggs to the left-hand side, maybe improvised a little bit too much. Giggs cross-charge down.
Good intelligence there from Sheringham, you know. He went a mile offside, he realised that Neville has gone, all right, he's not in the class of the kid from Tranmere, but he has a fair old throw. Caught them napping.
Sheringham, a little glance on towards Butt. Manchester United are starting to get their act together. Behind to Pavon's goal after 9 minutes. Level through Roy Keane after 33. Free kick has gone against Butt.
I think he's a bit unlucky here, Nicky, but the fella's all over him.
No idea what he's done wrong there.
He's like a rash there, and he's so... Dear me.
Pavon. Miku. Blocked by Stam, who is a little unfortunate to be penalised there. And a yellow card coming for Jaap Stam, which seems very harsh to me indeed. Whether there was an element of dissent about the referee's judgment.
I don't altogether think that was for the challenge.
It is Stam's first of the competition.
Because my own gut feeling was, well, a couple of Dutchmen will let him off than this one.
A moment of some danger here with Ziani taking the free kick. Van der Hau punching under pressure from Saveljic. Punching well. Grenet. Towards Wiltord. Keane and Cole combining nicely. Beckham just bisecting Cole and Sheringham, but it's given back to Keane. And now Giggs, who's been relatively quiet tonight, has a chance to run at Grenet. We saw enough of him last week. And look at that run from Giggs. He's reached the dead ball line. Couldn't quite screw it back for Sheringham. Irwin. Keane.
Been a good skipper tonight, Roy Keane. He set an example when it was needed in terms of trying to up the tempo, and now he's controlling the pace of the game.
Afanu to Bonissa. Wiltord. Pass down. Wiltord! Just brushed the outside of Raymond van der Hau's netting. It was a real scare for Manchester United.
He's been impressive, Wiltord. Pulls off the defenders. Nutmeg Stam. Has to get a quick toe ender off, and he just shaves the post.
Looked like it was going in. It just curved away at the last moment. So unlucky there, Sylvain Wiltord, who missed that terrific chance in the second half at Old Trafford last week. Here's Miku coming forward. Stam trying to tidy up.
Miku looked terrified then. But uncharted territory, ball coming over his shoulder, knew the big Stam was round his back.
But just a reminder that Bordeaux is still very much a part of this game. Ziani. Clip forward to Diabate. Irwin runs it out of play. It is a Manchester United goal kick, but they were very nearly behind here. poked it beyond the post. Look, it's going in there. Well, never a dull moment. A you've been framed moment for Raymond van der Haar, presenting Pavon with the opener for Bordeaux. Then Lilian Laslan presenting the initiative to Manchester United, picking up 2 yellow cards in a minute. And at half-time, it's Bordeaux 1, Manchester United 1. Last season was the first in the 7-year history of the Champions League that no French team made it to the quarter-finals. Marseille are propping up Chelsea's section ahead of tomorrow night's match at Stamford Bridge. They remain the only French club to have lifted the European Cup. Ron, do you see Manchester United going on from here and winning the match tonight?
Well, if they don't, Bordeaux will have to pull out a superhuman effort, and Man U would have to be very, very sloppy. I think they've got to try and put more passes in. They've got to try and get down to playing more the way we know that Man United can play. I think they've been a bit hurried trying to get the ball forward too quickly.
Miku, who was a prominent figure in the early stages of the game when Bordeaux had 11 men on the field, Pavon, their goal scorer. Given away to Buck. Here's Cole going free of Saveljic. Chance here for Randy Cole in the opening moments of the second half. Well, Saveljic did catch up with him and made it as difficult as he could.
I think he's had a major part here, Saveljic. He's kept him, he can always hear him there, and he's just squeezed it up the end of his toe. That's brilliant defending.
Beckham with the corner. Giggs. Beckham in towards Stam. Afanu got up in front of him. Giggs once more. Going to take on 3 defenders and being crowded out.
It's a little bit straight on him as well, you know. He probably would have been happier, Andy Cole. He could have just been slightly to the side of the goal. That's a good flick through. Saveljic at the time was looking for offside. He was never in a million years offside, but he's out of his feet. Perhaps he could have just touched it, caught it to one side. That's a brilliant defending, though. Brilliant.
Caught in possession by Saveljic. Pavon to Ziani. Here goes Miku, getting on the dangerous side of Silvestre, catching up all the time. Johan Miku! Oh, hits the inside the post. Van der Haar knew nothing about it. Now Wiltord. And this time it flies just wide of his post, but Johan Miku came so close to restoring the Bordeaux lead.
Well, it looks as if he's lost it here, and then he gets it on himself, and I think this is what catches the keeper and everybody napping. He drags it, doesn't look as if there's anything on it, he hits it from under himself, and how that stayed out, heaven only knows. And I thought they were very unlucky there that they didn't get a corner from the resulting shot as well.
Miku, the man who is compared in these parts to Cantona for his style of play and his lifestyle too. Almost coming up with a dramatic moment against Manchester United. Instead, it's Giggs on the charge for the European champions. Forcing a smart save from Rame. Bounced out as far as Cole, and Rame has to react. It's a corner kick.
Tell you what, not a classic game, you know, but it's full of incidents. Weak shot off his right side, keeper spills it. There's Cole always about. Keeps the pressure on. Good second save from the keeper.
Stam and Silvestre forward. Beckham, as you can hear, is taking the corner. Taking it comfortably. It's just a suggestion that brushed against the shin of Stam. It should have been a corner at the other end, really.
I was staggered that he didn't give that. I mean, they made a strong appeal for that as well, but the referee on the line didn't completely blank them.
Beckham. Throw in towards Sheringham, flick towards Cole. Saveljic reacted well. Good pass from Butt. Now Giggs. Charged down by Ziani, who's helping out Grenet whenever he can against Giggs. It is a corner. Much to my surprise. Exchange between Beckham and Giggs. In towards Keane! Well, that missed by a whisker. Roy Keane with a glancing touch to the near post, just diverting David Beckham's cross.
Yeah, that's where it's hard. He gets the curl on it, just fast curl. He attacks it, he gets the glance. And at any time there, that could have just turned and just gone inside the post.
Ziani. Miku. Ziani into the path of Kremene. Cross towards Wiltord. Managed to make contact. Miku! And the 10 men of Bordeaux, and particularly Johan Miku, are still creating chances.
This was excellent build-up play. Grenet tucks the ball in early. He does very, very well there, Wilford, to keep it in the zone. And I've got to say, when he's hit that, I think that's a goal.
Sheringham. Giggs. Got away from Grenet momentarily. Teddy Sheringham trying to help it on first time to Andy Cole. Rouvière. No flag against Wiltord. Sylvester in pursuit. Miku waiting in the centre. Sylvain Wiltord. Van der Haar got down to it. They're matching Manchester United chance for chance here.
I think that would be a tight call up with Wiltord, whether he was offside or not. I wonder whether he
looked off.
I wonder whether he could have just driven on a bit, or whether he was a bit aware of Sylvester's pace. You know, he played with him, did he? And, you know, he'd be aware of how strong and powerful he is.
Oh, into Giggs. Not quite the end product that Manchester United got from him last week as yet. Running into Grenet that time. Sheringham trying to make something of it.
He's actually shown a big desire to go in field and play on his right foot tonight. Without them actually, normally you say against Ryan Giggs or whatever, turn him in field, make him go in there. But he looks as if he's going there willingly. Almost as if he wants to have a bang with his right foot.
Looking at the trusty watch. And considering York, considering Solskjaer. Plenty of options there. Forward. Wiltord is onside here. Support from two other players. It's Sylvain Wiltord. And Raymond van der Haar just managed to get a hand on that and concede the corner kick.
Yeah, but this lad's been sharp all night. Wiltord turns inside the up stand. And from there, I thought he's ready. He hasn't hit a big shot. Nice save. But he's turned me around tonight. I think he's played very, very well, Wiltord.
Well, he was the top scorer in the French league. Last season he won one of the Footballer of the Year polls here.
Very, to me, on the evidence of the games I've seen, he does remind me of Henry of the Arsenal. He's got that, he can go wide and cut back on people, pull on Stam's shoulders for that.
Wiltord has won this corner kick. Van der Haar has claimed this corner kick. Quickly out to Keane. Looking to get Beckham on his way. Across comes Bonicel. Christophe Dugarry, who rejoined Bordeaux at Christmas time, but is ineligible to play for them in this competition. Bonicel, Miku couldn't... He is absolutely unbelievable! Goals, goals, goals! Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There are just over 6 minutes remaining. He has just arrived in the match, and he has probably just won the match.
That was all about his touch out the air. I mean, just a bang away clearing goal. You never thought that's going to be anywhere else but in the back of the net.
Well, it's his first goal since he got the second against Valencia 3 months ago. But, you know, he scored 4.5 an hour against Everton back in December. We know what he can do. We've seen him do it on the very biggest stage. And he is forcing Manchester United back in the right direction with an absolutely crucial goal. One that you were beginning to wonder where and if it was ever coming.
You saw him play on Saturday, Ryan Giggs. I mean, he was flying, wasn't he?
Another.
It does look as if he's got that the power. He's used the power tonight.
3 extra minutes to play. Miku on the ball. Diabate. Played in towards Fenduno. Berg reacted. Silvestre down. Manchester United just going to try and keep the ball now. Run the clock down. Giggs instead looking for Solskjaer to finish it off.
Yeah, they've had a let-off tonight, and I think it's important over the last 2 or 3 minutes to make sure that they see it through.
Pavon. Fenduno to Grene. Plenty of men forward. Miku. And once again, Manchester United have not looked secure at the back tonight, one way or another.
No, I mean, he's hit that excellent. I mean, that was great reaction. And let's think back. We're talking about big moments. What about when he shot at the post?
Still a couple of minutes of added time to play. It's run for Dwight York here. Mistake by Afanu. Here's Solskjaer. Afanu managed to atone for his earlier error. Giggs arriving on the scene at pace and winning a corner kick for Manchester United, and precious seconds to be run off the clock in the Manchester United cause. Rene looks shattered.
Yeah, there's not a scramble from the back for players to come powering forward. The whole of the back four and the 2 midfield players are just sitting on it now.
Beckham will leave it for Giggs to take.
I think I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised to see they're leaving it easy.
Now, they're not careful, they're going to get a yellow card here. Now, who's getting it? It's Giggs. Well, they're lucky there that it's not Beckham, because Beckham would be suspended now. Is that the end of it?
What they're saying there, Clive, they're not keep changing the kick, you know. They're saying they've taken the kick and rolled the ball. Whether it's come out of the circle, when Beckham did the first one, he didn't run away and leave it for Giggs to take. He just rolled the ball. I mean, I'm not even sure it left the D.
Well, the referee believes it's still a corner. But yeah, it's an interesting point.
That's what I'm pretty sure that's what they've done. They've done it twice. That's what Giggs was protesting about.
It is Giggs' second yellow card in the competition. It's 3 for a suspension this season. And Beckham's on 2. Now, Roy Keane's got to calm down. Diabate's steaming in as having a...
I think Diabate's got the...
rather unpleasant end to the game. Late on Keane, and now it's boarding up again, and Roy Keane's got to stay out of this. I mean, we are playing the stoppage time in the stoppage time. It was a nasty challenge, and I'm not sure that Keane didn't catch him in the chest.
Not on his head, I think.
And that's what Diabate is so unhappy about. And they're still looking for Keane here, 1 or 2 of the Bordeaux players. It's a long tunnel too here. Beckett takes the quick free kick to Keane. Giggs on a narrow tunnel. We could have a 70-year war between here and the dressing rooms. Giggs to Keane. That'll do. Pavon, the skipper.
Roy Keane, master of French.
Ole Gunnar Solskjær, whose place in European Cup folklore is already assured. The stormy end to a night in which Solskjær has made another instant impact in the Manchester United cause. His goal has won an eventful game which Bordeaux had to play with 10 men for 3/4 of the night. Manchester United have done the double over the French champions, whose Champions League adventure is over. Manchester United's may just be starting again. Final score in the Stade de l'Escure: Bordeaux 1, Manchester United 2.
Alex, a familiar story, a late winner from a late substitute, Ollie, Gunnar, Solskjaer.
I thought it was a magnificent finish. I must say, marvellous finish. At that point, I knew that with Valencia winning, I felt we had to win, so I went for the 3 up. You know, scored immediately and took Andy off immediately after it.
We obviously know we could have played a lot better. But as I say, you know, it's all about winning, and fortunately enough, we won tonight.
And an important equaliser you got.
Yeah, again, obviously it's important to score goals. You know, goals win matches. But fortunately, came back off the goalkeeper, but I was obviously happy enough to knock it in.
And what about Solskjaer's winner?
Well, that's what Ollie's all about, you know. Even in training, give him a chance, and to be fair, 9 times out of 10 he puts him away, like he did against Liverpool at the weekend. So, you know, must be frustrating for Ollie, you know. As I said, when he gets chances, he just put him away. But it's great for us, you know, to have on the bench.
Too late if you ask me. Just had a joke about that.
Yeah. A long kick out by the goalkeeper, and he did well to control that.
Yeah, it was a very good kick by Raymond, and yeah, the touch was not bad. It was, and had a little bit of luck, but you have to be this make your luck as well.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps doing it. I mean, it's a great finish. I mean, he's got so much work to do, and Raymond kicks it upfield, and the finish was brilliant. Yeah.
Do you always feel in the United team that you've got so many goal scorers on the bench that you can always pull them out the fire like this?
We've got 4 great centre forwards, so you know, any 2 can come on and replace the other lads who are on and score goals. It's a good quality to have.